Welcome to today's episode of Weekend Vibes. Today, we are unpacking the silence around men's emotion and the expectations placed on them. We've all heard the saying, man up, men don't cry. Real men have strength. But have we taken a moment to ask ourselves, what does this saying do to them? What impact does this have on men in general and what they become, the things they do, and how they act? I am Ijoma Gloria Nibo, and with me is Reverend Father Augustine Eleke.
Thank you for having me once again today.
You're welcome. So, yes, let's get into it. The first question for the day is, why do you feel men suppress their emotions instead of expressing it?
Well, when it comes to emotions, people express it in different ways. You will have those who will outrightly express their emotions when they feel it, and you will also have some who may not express it as soon as it comes. It will come, the expression will come much later. Now, the reason we can give why men could bottle up their emotions, one could be about how they were brought up, the nature and the nurture that they have received. By nurture, I mean how they were brought up in their family. If they have been brought up to say, don't show your emotions, you are a man, why will you go and be crying because of this? The man will always want to be the man. So that thing that has been put in them by way of their training when they were growing up, they will not want to go against it. And then the feeling of weakness, that why will you be crying in front of a woman? As a man, why will you be crying in front of a woman? It shows weakness. Then the person will say, I will not cry. So, but you will still see the person who did not cry in the face of the woman go into his room and start to cry. So he has chosen not to express that emotion where everybody will see it openly, but inside he chooses to express it there, and he feels better that he has expressed it, not in the view of the people. So these and some other things could be the reason.
Okay, that's true. So, as a man, have you ever had to hide your emotions just so you could be seen as strong?
Definitely, every man definitely must have hid his emotion at some point. So I have, yeah, not because I could not express it in the face of the people, but sometimes you realize that in as much as you want to hide your emotions, sometimes the emotions can also get over your control. There are times when you say, I will not cry. There's nothing that will make me to cry. But you realize, and before you know it, you start to see tears in your eyes. And you're like, people will now be telling you, wipe your tears, you should not cry. But the fact is, you are expressing an emotion that you're feeling, and it is normal to express that emotion. To cry is not a crime. But when somebody cries, the reason why you're crying is what you will always try to put into consideration. Why are you crying? For what are you crying? So if we now analyze what you are crying for, it will help us to know whether this your cry is a foolish cry or a cry we can say, yes, it is a genuine cry that should be something worth crying for. So I have had moments when I have hid my emotion because I don't want people to see me as weak. Yeah, but inside I could be feeling the pain and I would want to express it, and I could go back into the room and I express it.
But crying is not the only way we express our emotions.
Yes.
We could have friends that we talk to.
Yes.
Having a safe space.
Yes.
Having someone close by to express your feelings. Actually, just tell them your thoughts.
Yeah.
That goes to talk about good listeners. Having a friend that's a companion and a good listener to you.
It's good to have someone you can always talk to. That you can confide in, that you can share your heart with, especially when you have things burdening your mind. And if you have those burden on your chest and you want to pour it out, you must have someone you can tell these things and you know that it is safe with them. The reason why sometimes people don't want to tell someone about what they are going through is that you tell somebody now, the next minute you're hearing that thing you've told this person from another person and you feel betrayed. So, but whenever you have something in your mind that is giving you some restlessness, you need to talk to somebody. Find that one person. It may be one, it may be two, but find that person that you can share your thoughts with. It will help you to ease off. It's just like you ease off. Some people can just have a conversation on the phone with someone and they feel better over things that are worrying them. So there is need for you to talk. It's also a way of expressing your emotions. And when you have talked about it, you feel lighter, and then you can project yourself more.
In our society today, is vulnerability accepted or is it stigmatized?
To some certain level, it is accepted for those who have been exposed to it and they are able to understand that this is part of life. But those who have not been exposed to it, who are still tied to that masculinity where a man who cries is weak, then they will be looking at it from the other angle. So I think it's all about what works for a person depending on your exposure in life and how you have been able to grow in life. So if a man leaves the father and the mother and goes into the society, experiences other things from other people by mixing up with people, your understanding will also grow, and then it helps you to know what you want yourself to be. Yeah, but we are free to be vulnerable, but you must also work on yourself, not to let it become something that people will take advantage of.
Okay. What's one common way you can say you advise men to express themselves aside crying or having someone to listen to them? Maybe writing, penning down things.
Well, there are so many things you can do. One of those things is to find what gives you joy when you are sad. You can become sad that you left your house, met somebody, and then they make you sad. If you come back, if it is to listen to music that eases off your stress, listen to a good music. If it is to watch movie, watch movie. If it is to just take a stroll or a walk, just take a stroll, take a walk. Or if it is go to sit in a very cool place and just listen to the sound of the birds or nature, do it. So everything that will help to take off that stress from your system is very, very encouraged. So what works for me may not work for you, but these are a few things you can do. It can also be about trying to commit yourself to volunteering yourself to doing something for other people. So if you start to do it, it will help you to feel better. Maybe to go teach little children, to go also volunteer to assist in the church or in things that will benefit others positively. Those things can help you to ease off your stress. And when you do them, you will feel better in yourself, and the next minute you're able to overcome that particular challenge at that moment.
That's true. As Africans, right from the home, the school that we go to, even up to university, some persons have this notion of you can do it yourself. For the singular fact that you are a man, you don't need help from somebody else. How would you say we can change that narrative and make men accept help more?
We need help. Men, we need help. Don't die because they say you are a man. Try to reach out. If you can ask your sister to assist you, it must not come from you all the time. You can ask your friends to help you. When you want to do it all by yourself, it will break you apart. So learn to accept help, learn to reach out to people, learn to be vulnerable so that others can also help you. It doesn't make you weak. In fact, it helps to stabilize you so that you will have the capacity to do more in the future. So there is need for us to accept help. We need help. So don't just say, I'm a man, I can do it, leave me. No, we need help. All of us. I am representing all the men. We need help. So reach out to even those who may not want you to help them and try to see how you can assist them. They may not have the courage to ask you for that help, but once they see you start doing something that is contributing to their good, they will now let go. So try to push and see how you can help that particular man around. It may be your dad, it may be your friend, it may be someone in your vicinity. You know that they are taking a whole lot of loads on them. Try to see what you can to ease it off, and it will be a good thing to do for them.
Thank you so much. You shared so much insight on this episode. So, my dear friends, or men in particular, since it's all about you today, emotions does not make you weak. We are all humans. Emotions actually is what defines us, is what makes us humans. So I hope you can reflect on today's episode and all that have been said, and you find strength in your emotions instead of weakness. Actually, talk to people, get friends that you can talk to, read books, listen to music, take a walk. I'm
Cry in your
particular.
room sometimes. Cry.
No, I'm particular about walks. Take walks. It's very healthy actually. Yes, it has been wonderful having this conversation, and we hope to continue on this topic next week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you and stay well.